Here I'm looking at, I want to create a histogram. And so this is problem 16, page 62 from the Bloom textbook. And basically, it gives us a whole bunch of data and wants us to create. So the first thing we have to do is to find the class width. Class width turns out to be 8. Here's the reason why. If I find the range of the data, which is 57 minus 12, and I divide by the number of classes that the problem asks for, which is 6, I get 45 divided by 6, which is 7 point something. I don't care whether it's 7 or 7 point something, makes no difference. I'm going to move up to the next integer. That would be 8. The first step in creating this then is to create the lower boundaries. The lower boundaries, I'm going to start with the very smallest, the minimum number, and then I'm going to add 8 to it. And that's going to give me 20, then 28, 8 more, 36, 44, 52. Once I have the lower boundaries created, I will create the upper boundaries, which are always one less than the next lower boundary. Or if this was $12 and this was $20, this would be $19.99. So note that slight difference. So this is 19, this one's 27, one less than 28, 35, 43, and so on. To find the midpoints, I'm going to take 12 plus 19, and I'm going to add them together, divide by 2, and get 15.5. Now I can do that with the rest of them if I want, or I can just simply add 8 to each one. 15 and 8, 23, 31, 39, and so on. I get my frequencies by going back to the data and counting how many of those numbers fall between 12 and 19, how many numbers fall between 20 and 27, etc. If I want to find the mean and standard deviation, I come over here to the calculator, and I'll clear the screen here, and I will go to the Stat button, and I'm going to press Edit, and I'm going to clear my screens here so that I don't have them. I move over and up, and then I press Clear and Enter. Now in the first row, since what's representing my data here is the midpoints, I'm putting in the midpoints. So I'm putting in 15.5, 23.5, 31.5, 39.5, 47.5, and 55.5. In the second column, I will put the frequencies that each one of these numbers represents. So there's 7 pieces of data for 15.5, 17 pieces of data, 10 pieces of data, 4 pieces of data, 1, and 1. Once I have those values in there, once I have the values in there, then I can go back to Stats, move over to Calculate, and choose 1-bar Stats. Now I have an 83 calculator here, so I'm just going to put in, here into my calculator. Let's see if I can get everything showing here. I'm going to put in L1. If you have an 83, the list is going to be L1, and then I'm going to put a comma, L2. But if you have an 84, it's going to be list 1, list will be list 1, frequency will be list 2. And I press Enter, and there's my mean and my standard deviation. Remember, standard deviation is SX. The other numbers, because this is group data, have no meaning. I come back here, I can draw my histogram based on the frequencies and use either the midpoints or the range or the boundaries, which are 1/2 between each one, to represent that. If you have any questions, please contact me and I'll try and go through this in a little bit more